Fellowship is also concerned with the planning and the preparation. That means these activities are rendered while keeping in view the planning and the preparation, as well as the standards of liability and meeting of the goals, standards, etc. So this is a very general picture of the testing process, which we discussed in our previous slide in three steps. Okay. Next is about the testing documentation. टेस्टिंग डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में वो तमाम डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं जो during the execution of a standardized test are involved. Testing documentations involves the documentation of artifacts which should be developed before or during the testing of the software. Documentation of for software testing helps in estimating the testing effort required, testing coverage, requirement tracking, requirement tracing, etc. और कुछ कॉमन जो डॉक्यूमेंटेशंस हैं जो रिलेटेड टू द टेस्टिंग हैं, दे आर कॉल्ड टेस्ट प्लान्स, जिसका हम बार बार डिफरेंट डेफिनेशंस में भी जिक्र करते रहे, प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स में भी, और इस लेक्चर में भी हमने टेस्ट प्लान की बात की. वी विल सी इन आवर इमीडिएट नेक्स्ट स्लाइड्स व्हाट इज़ टेस्ट प्लान, इसका टेम्पलेट क्या है, इसका स्ट्रक्चर क्या होता है, और ये इटसेल्फ टर्म जो है वो किस सेंस में यूज़ की जाती है. Then is the test scenario and the test case and the traceability matrix. So these are four main documents which are considered as components, you may say document components of the testing process. इनकी हम डिटेल अगर देखते हैं तो सबसे पहले टेस्ट प्लानिंग है, और टेस्ट प्लानिंग में एक ये लंबी सी जो लिस्ट है, दीज आर बेसिकली डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स ऑफ टेस्ट प्लानिंग विच इज़ इंक्लूडिंग इंट्रोडक्शन एंड स्कोप, टेस्ट प्लान स्ट्रेटजी, building test environment, and specifying the schedule for the test, control procedures, control activities. Similarly, functions to be tested and functions not to be tested, they will be identified in test planning, and risks and assumptions and the deliverables, the test tools which you are going to use in your this testing procedures, and approvals, and finally the exit criteria. तो हम introduction, so we will take these terms one by one and briefly look upon the actual procedure of these sub-activities of test planning. Introduction gives a brief description of system being tested to everyone, to anyone reading the test plan, and it would get an overview of the feature of the product being tested, you may say. Scope जो है, it describes at high level what will be tested and what will not be tested in order to avoid ambiguity, and it also identifies what is going to be addressed by the testers. टेस्टिंग स्ट्रेटजीज, जिस तरह से हमने पिछले लेक्चर्स में कहा कि एक फॉर्मल एक्टिविटी, एक फॉर्मल प्रोसीजर है टेस्टिंग सॉफ्टवेयर, एंड इट इंक्लूड्स लॉट्स ऑफ कंसिडरेशंस एंड अप्रोचेस एंड प्रोसीजर्स. सो टेस्टिंग स्ट्रेटजी को अगर फॉर्मली हम डिफाइन करें तो इट प्रोवाइड्स a formal mechanism to demonstrate their operation, that means operations of the test, through controlled execution according to approved test procedures on approved test cases. The test plan strategy outlines the objectives for developing the test plan, and establishes the procedures for conducting the test. For example, whether we are using the test strategy which is moving from the testing in the small towards the testing in the large. Similarly, the strategy may be beginning at the component level and